What up? What up? What it do? Hit that like button as you come in the room, man. I told y'all I'll be back to you as the story unfolds. Told y'all I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? The report. And man, it's looking crazy. It's looking crazy, man. But I definitely want to say R.I.P. Juice World. You know what I mean? I know a lot of. I've been hearing a few chatters here and there about like saying that he did it. He brought it on himself. You know what I'm saying? As far as by taking the whatever he took. But at the end of the day, man, when a life is lost, no matter if they brought it on themselves or not, you know what I'm saying? We still need to pay our respects, especially when it's a life is lost at such a young age. You know what I'm saying? We still need to pay our respects, and what I mean. Don't throw dirt on the man's name now that he ain't here. You know what I'm saying? We all got vices. We all got habits. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's some people like to gamble. You know, some people just is a glutton. They like to eat. Some people like to, you know, do drugs, man. Some people's are sex addicts. You know what I mean? But no one vice is better than the other. So R.I.P. that man. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Juice World. We want to start off by saying that. We want to start off by saying R.I.P. Juice World. We want to shout out, the chat and all that. You know what I mean? But some new details have came out. So we here, man. Some new details have come out. So we here to talk about it. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm giving giving people time to get in the chat or whatnot before I go ahead on and go in, man. Because some new details have came out in the Juice World death situation. Yeah, but new details have came out. Shout out Clarence Mitchell. New details have came out surrounding the death, man. So that's why we here. You know what I mean? We did for a matter of fact, go check out the video I did yesterday, Clarence Mitchell, if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? I actually did a video on it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead on and go in and bring y'all the new details. You know what I mean? Basically, what they're saying is okay, police found 70 pounds of marijuana on Juice World's plane, man. On his private jet or whatnot that he was flying on, you know what I'm saying? They found 70 pounds of marijuana on the plane. You know, basically, police was at the police and the FBI arrived to the meet Higgins plane at around 1:30 Central Time. You know what I'm saying? And basically, they was there because they heard that Juice World had contraband on the plane. So they was there basically to search the plane. You know what I'm saying? The police that got tipped off. I don't know how they got tipped off, but they got tipped off that it was contraband on Juice World's plane. So when they basically when they pulled up to the plane, well, the police basically this is what they found. They found 70 pounds of marijuana, 6 bottles of codeine syrup, and they found a 9mm pistol, a 40 caliber pistol, and high capacity ammunition magazines and metal piercing bullets. Was all this was found on the plane. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Okay, basically when they police, I guess when they entered the plane or however, I don't know if they caught them getting off the plane or what, but they either entered the plane or they caught him getting off the plane. But while the police were questioning Juice World and his other friends, basically he started going into convulsions at that point. You know what I'm saying? Now his friends said that he was basically he had took pills on the his friends said that he took pills on the plane. You know what I'm saying? On the plane ride. So, that's pretty much I don't know if you see my video I did yesterday, but I kind of alluded to him having a pill habit. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but just delivering the facts of the story. And his friends confirmed that he popped some pills on the plane ride. You know what I'm saying? So he went into convulsions and he went into the seizure while the police was questioning him and his friends. So basically, the police got tipped off. They got tipped off that it was contraband on the plane. You know what I'm saying? So somehow they knew that Juice World and them was coming back with multiple pounds of weed. You know what I'm saying? They knew about it, and man, it's ugly. This is like he get on the plane and he died and he was bleeding in his mouth. I don't know. You got to clarify that statement, Clarence Mitchell. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. The police got tipped off that they had some kind of contraband. The pistols and the syrup is kind of like, okay, that's not that wasn't worth. You know what I'm saying? A pistol. Who doesn't ride with pistol? You know what I'm saying? So pistols and the syrup, that was more of a user personal thing. You know what I'm saying? But the 70 pounds of weed would seem like that would be for distribution. You know what I'm saying? Just I know he's a rapper and he smoked weed, but it would take any person, forever to smoke 70 pounds of weed. You know what I'm saying? I know you got an entourage and all this and all these type of things, but 70 pounds of weed, come on, man. Who's smoking 70 pounds of weed? So, man, if you look early in the video, I'm a hacker. I already said RIP to Juice World. So this video is not to slander Juice World. This is me bringing the information as the story develops. And it's a sad situation. I know. I know Juice World got a lot of fans. And, this is no disrespect to Juice World's fans or friends, his family, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, condolences go to his family and his friends, you know what I'm saying, and his fans. Yeah, but they found 70 pounds of weed, they found syrup, they found guns, they found ammunition, and basically they were tipped off. Like similar to the situation that happened with Rollo in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Juice World was coming from California to Chicago. Rollo was coming from California to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And in both cases, the law enforcement was tipped off or they knew that it was contraband on the plane somehow. You know what I'm saying? And you know, um, Juice WRLD has 70. They had 70 pounds. Now this is a question though that we got to ask: was the pounds Juice WRLD's? Did that belong to him or did that belong to his entourage? Because I've been hearing different stories, and for a matter of fact, I watched a video with DJ Academics. He tried to spin the narrative and say that he felt like the pounds belonged to Juice WRLD's entourage, which possibly they could, but that's not something that we could say is a fact. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who the pounds belong to because now that, and this is very important, and this is why DJ Academics don't understand why people call him the police and shit, and why a lot of rappers really don't fool with him. They feel like he's the police. You know what I'm saying? It's because okay, now Juice WRLD died, right? So we know he can't be charged with the weed. So that means for DJ Academics to go on his platform that's basically has millions of subscribers. I don't know how many subscribers he got, but he goes on his platform, one of the biggest hip hop platforms that we got on YouTube, and he says that the weed wasn't Juice World's, that it belonged to his entourage. Now, I know that he's just saying that from an opinionated standpoint, but it's like you're basically trying to put an investigation up on them folks, man. You know what I'm saying? You saying that you co-signed an investigation on them people, man, for that. You know what I'm saying? What if it was Juice World and they didn't know about it? You know what I'm saying? You done got on your platform and said that, oh, this was them folks shit. So, you basically you co-signed an investigation on the entourage now. We don't know who the marijuana belonged to, because now it comes down to possession is 9/10 of the law. So if Juice World booked the plane, the private jet or the plane, his name would be on that, and he would be responsible for what's on the plane. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that would go with a federal, because when you're on a plane, that's federal law. So I don't know exactly how that go of being a passenger. How would you know if something's on the plane or not if you're just a passenger? You know what I'm saying? Or how would you be responsible for it? You know what I mean? Chat, what up? Yeah, how would you be responsible for if you wasn't the one to book the actual plane, or the one with your name? I'm sure Juice World's name was the one on the plane, and then everybody else was a passenger, or he the one that paid for it, or whatever. How would you know what's on the plane if you're just a passenger? So that's one thing. What I could see, you know, I can't just say that the weed was them belong to Juice World, or I can't say it belonged to his entourage. I'm not law enforcement. That's not even for me to say. You know what I'm saying? So for DJ Academics to go on his platform and say that, that's why folks call you the police, man. Cause shit like that. It says Clarence Mitchell say this. I want you to know that he got a lot of fans. So X died, and now Juice World died, and Juice World got on a plane and died and stuff. This is crazy. That's a fact, man. That's definitely a fact. You know what I'm saying? RIP them dudes, man. Most definitely, salute, bro. Yeah, RIP them dudes, man. You know what I mean? Them was two young, great, talented artists. I have no bad words to say about uh, Juice World, XXX, and none of our fallen youngsters, man, are great, talented youngsters, man, in the culture. I have no bad words to say about them, but I'm gonna bring you the information of when it comes, and they found marijuana, they found syrup, they found guns, and they found ammunition. Now the guns, the ammunition, and the syrup, I'm not surprised about that. And I'm not even surprised about them finding weed, but it's like they found so much weed, so now it's like looked like somebody was trying to do some distribute. You know what I mean? Seemed like, it was bought for purposes of distribution. So it's kind of sad to see Juice World's name, you know what I'm saying, this type of energy being brought up around his death. You know what I'm saying? With the illegal, the narcotics or whatever, the controlled substances that they found and all this and that. It's sad to see the narrative being changed. You know what I'm saying? Because yesterday, everybody was just showing love and giving it up for him. You know what I'm saying? But today, now it's like you got people bashing him for using drugs or whatever. We don't even know if that's the reason why he died. Though his friends said that he popped pills on the plane, some of the passengers that was on the plane with him, they confirmed that he popped pills on the plane. You know what I'm saying? So that's been confirmed, but we still don't know if that's the reason why he had the seizure or not. But what has been confirmed is he basically he went into the convulsions while the police were talking to him. As far as like, I guess the police was trying to get information. I don't know if this was before the search or after the search. You know what I'm saying? But he basically went into the convulsions while he was talking to the police. So the police was communicating with them. You know, after being tipped off that it was contraband on the plane. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the first reports was like while he was walking through the airport, basically that he had a seizure. That's the first report that I got. But after further research, they say when the police pretty much approached him, whether they was getting off the plane or whether they was on the plane, you know, they was talking to Juice World and the other passenger, and that's when Juice World supposedly went into the seizure. You know what I'm saying? So the police got tipped off that they had contraband, and I mean, what rapper don't got syrup, guns, and weed? But it's just the amount of weed. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have to put intellectual a hypothesis, take a hypothesis. I would have to say that the contraband they was talking about the extra weed that they was bringing. That would have been the contraband that whoever tipped them off. You know what I'm saying? Whoever tipped them off, it would have to been because of the extra amount of weed, and maybe it could have been he did it before, and they might have got hot like that upon himself. That might not have been his first time. That could have been the tip. You know what I'm saying? That maybe they were suspicious of him when he came through before. And they was waiting for him to come back through this time, or they was tipped off. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? What was the reason of why the police and the feds was waiting on them to get there? But we do know if the feds was involved, they had evidence of something. They had some information. It wasn't just they didn't just take a good guess. You know what I'm saying? If the feds was there, they had good they had evidence that it was something going on. Some criminal activity. They had proof of it. You know what I'm saying? If the feds was involved, you know what I'm saying? And whether they been uh, watching them for a little bit or whatever the case was, you know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to hear that part of the story of who the weed is supposedly belonged to. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not as important as a young man just died. That's the important thing. You know what I'm saying? A young man died way before his time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the important thing to focus on. But I am interested in who the actual drugs belong to, the marijuana. Now, like I said yesterday, I'm in a state where medical marijuana is legal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like weed is not like a big deal like how it used to be when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of states where it's recreational, but in the state I'm in, it's medical. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. In the state I'm in, it's medical. So weed is not such a big deal no more. But even in the state, it's medical here, but you can't have 70 pounds. It's still illegal to have 70 pounds as a medical marijuana card holder. It's illegal to have 70 pounds. You know what I'm saying in your possession. So 70 pounds. Even I think if it's in the states where it's recreational, I don't think you can have 70 pounds legally. I don't think you can legally possess 70 pounds even in the states where it's recreational. So I would have to think, man, that the weed was whoever purchased the marijuana, they got it for distribution because weed has a shelf time, and after so long, a weed is start to go, it starts to go bad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to store it too long. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're storing it properly. And him being a rapper, always on the go and all that. I can't see him getting 70 pounds of weed just to smoke. Am I inclined to believe that it was somebody in his entourage who the weed probably belonged to? Possibly. But I'm not gonna jump out the window and say that's for sure what it was. You know what I'm saying? We know Juice WRLD had that bag. He didn't necessarily have to be selling no weed, man. So, I could say that too, you know what I'm saying? But that don't mean he wasn't. Look at Rollo, you know what I'm saying? Rollo was getting that bag too. I don't know. He wasn't getting that bag like Juice WRLD though. Shout out Rollo, free Rollo, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't getting that Juice WRLD bag, but you know, I'm not just gonna put a case on the entourage just because of my love for Juice WRLD. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, what it comes down to, even if it was the entourage's pounds, even if them pounds belong to the entourage, if Juice WRLD knew that the pounds was on the plane, he still it might as well have been his because he's culpable in that charge. You know what I'm saying? If the charge would have came down, say if he didn't pass and the feds roped him off, he would have got charged basically, or he basically he can't play civilian if it come down to it. You know what I'm saying? If it come down, if he knew about them pounds being on the plane, right? But it wasn't his. And then when they get jammed up, he can't play civilian now because he basically agreed to participate in a criminal activity by even riding on a plane that got pounds on it. That many pounds where it's illegal. So he couldn't play civilian if he knew about the pounds. But say he didn't know about the pounds, and Juice WRLD is just a civilian. He do his music, and he's not a criminal by no shape, form, or fashion. He could play civilian in that situation, and he could be like, well, he didn't know about the pounds, so he can even he can do whatever. He can play that situation however he wanted. But we don't know what I'm trying to get at. My point I'm trying to get at is we don't know if Juice Pound even knew about the pounds. He might have knew it was on there, or he might have didn't. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, so we can't really speculate. We can't try to put a case on somebody just because one of our favorite artists has passed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what DJ Academics did in his video. You know what I'm saying? He did a video. I couldn't even finish the whole video. But in his video, he said, like, for a fact, he knows that the pounds wasn't Juice WRLD and that the pounds belonged to the entourage and they was using Juice WRLD. They didn't have his best interest at heart, all this, that, and the third. But he doesn't know if Juice WRLD knew the pound. Juice WRLD could have knew the pounds was on there, whether they was his or not. They could have been his for one, but say if they wasn't his and he still knew that his entourage had pounds, he basically made an agreement, an unwritten agreement to participate in a criminal act. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's still responsible to take whatever come with that, basically. You know what I'm saying? RIP Juice WRLD though. I'm not shitting on Juice WRLD. I'm shitting on DJ Academics. You know what I'm saying? I'm shitting on DJ Academics of bad is being a bad reporter, basically. You know what I'm saying? Of not reporting the story in a credible way. He's being biased. That's what you call being biased. And just because he was a star, his life is no more important than any of the other passengers. You know what I'm saying? That was on that plane, in all due respect. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's sad to see all of the negativity surrounding Juice WRLD's death. That's the ugly thing. You know what I'm saying? In the 48 laws of power, it say, don't be the bearer of bad news. So in this case, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but at the end of the day, I am a blogger. So good, bad, and ugly, we're going to talk about it. And a lot of times it's sad, but the controversy is the things to sell. You know what I'm saying? The controversy is what gets you viewed. You know what I'm saying? When I do a video, bigging somebody up or showing love to somebody for accomplishment that they might have did, or like just positive things. Those videos don't get a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? But when I do the videos that's basically this surrounded in negativity and controversy and all them different type of things like that, that's the videos that do numbers. And that's a sad thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's the reality we live in, you know what I mean? Clarence Mitchell say, just died yesterday and X died. Where was 21? Got off the plane, Juice died, and he got a lot of fans, and I think he didn't. The Juice World was good, but yeah, man, Clarence Mitchell, man. See, one thing what we gotta do, man, we gotta celebrate Juice World, man. We gotta celebrate his life. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a talented individual, man. He was one of our great young leaders. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta celebrate that. So even though this story might seem like a sad story, really it's a feel good story. But it's not a sad story, man. It's a success story. It's a story of triumph. You know what I'm saying? Of how a young guy could come from pretty much out of nowhere, and he made it. He was self made. You know what I'm saying? Nobody put Juice World on, as far as I'm concerned. If I'm wrong, y'all straighten me out in the chat. But from what I seen, nobody put him on. He put himself on. This is a story of triumph. We got to celebrate him, man. You know what I mean? We got to celebrate his life. You know what I mean? Because people live 100 years and never get to live a lifestyle or the type of life of some of these celebrities and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a Juice World or some of these other young dudes. You know what I'm saying? Look at Jimi Hendrix. Look at Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix, he had a short career, but his name lives on still to this day. You know what I'm saying? Jimi Hendrix was before my time. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no spring chicken. You feel me? But his legacy lives on. And see, that's what we got to do for people like Juice World, XXX Extension, Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these youngsters, man, it's going out way too early, man. It seems like the great ones die young, man. Yeah, man, it seemed like the great ones die young, man. But we got to keep their name alive. We got to keep their music alive, man. Just through their music, these people are going to live on forever, man. You know what I'm saying? These folks are going to live on throughout forever through their music. Juice Worlds, yeah, XXXs, like I say, Nipsey, who else? Tupac, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? I could go on and on and on, man. There's so many to name. You feel me? I couldn't name them all in this video. It's too many to name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's too many to name, man. But yeah, Juice World, his plane, the feds was waiting on him to get there, and they searched his plane. They found drugs on the plane, man. 70 pounds of marijuana. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And I still want to keep a positive narrative on the whole situation, though. You know what I'm saying? On Juice World, as far as, we got to celebrate him, man, as being a great artist. You know what I mean? We got to celebrate him no matter how the media spins it or how they try to say, oh, he had a drug problem, or if they try to say, oh, the Fed, try to bring up the thing about having all of this contraband on the plane. If they try to surround his death with that, we just got to basically spin the narrative, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to spin the narrative, and that's through keeping his music alive, keeping his name alive. That's how we do that. That's how we do that. You know what I mean? But I'm a blogger, so I got a blog on it. I'm a hip hop blogger, so I got a blog on it. A lot of times it's a lot of topics I don't even want to be wanting to touch, but you know we have to. You know what I mean? Fog, what up? Sure, I'm on YouTube Live, bro. Shoot, just pull up. I'm on YouTube Live. You just pull up. I said I'm on YouTube Live. Just pull up, buddy. Yeah, yeah, man. But most definitely, man. Juice World, he will live forever. His legacy will live on through the music. You know what I'm saying? No matter how the media tries to spin the narrative, that's basically what it comes down to. You know, even though they found the 70 pounds and uh, all the other contraband on the plane, that won't overshadow his narrative. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that the people that was on the plane with him, I hope that they don't have to face no jail time. You know, because we don't know the particulars of the whole story. Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. I'm sure a lot of people were sad, man. I mean, it's ugly when you see a young person go out at a young age, you know what I'm saying? You know, but like I said, his legacy will live forever, and that's a plus that we could get out of it. A lot of people will live for 100 years, and we'll forget about them 10, 20 years after they pass. But people like your Juice Worlds, your XXXs, your Tupacs, your Biggies, your Nipsey Hustles, these people will live forever. Their legacy will live on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But I ain't gonna make this no long, drawn out video. I just wanted to bring that news to you. Shout out everybody in the chat. Shout out Clarence Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Trap. You know everybody that tapped in with me. You know what I'm saying? Look forward to me bringing you other stories. I probably won't touch on this no more unless something something key develops in the story. But for the most part, we want to just say R.I.P. to Juice World. Long live Juice World, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still bumping that Lucid Dreams. You dig? You know, follow me on Instagram at One Urban Media Fix. If you're a up and coming artist, I'll promote your music on my Instagram and my Twitter, and I'll even post it on my YouTube page if you want me to. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my other channels, Hip Hop Media Outlet and Indigenous People Media Outlet. Um, I got an affiliate channel. You know what I'm saying? That's Trap House Boxing. You know, subscribe and hit the notification bell over there. Subscribe to this channel. If you ain't subscribed to this channel, hit the notification bell. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I say, long live Juice World and all that. You know what I mean? And without further ado, man, I'm out. For a matter of fact, I'm about to drop a video. I'm about to go live on my other channel on Hip Hop Media Outlet on the Eminem and Nick Cannon little battle. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not subscribed over there, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll get the notification when I go live. I'm about to go over there. And I'm about to do a video on the Nick Cannon and Eminem. You know what I'm saying? So y'all come tap in with me over there, man. Salute. I'm out.